This Friday, see what critics are calling a cold-blooded masterpiece.
Hello, Finney.
You're dead.
Dead is just a word. Did you think our story was over?
Discover the secret
You brought us here for a reason.
behind the mask.
What do you think happens when you die? It's time to find out.
Ethan Hawke,
I'm not afraid of you.
You should be.
Black Phone 2, only in theaters Friday. Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, no. I don't know what sports facility you think you're in, but we don't just shout out when we don't like what we hear.
I apologize.
Good.
These are the plaintiffs, Joey Girl Outlaw and Jillian Richards. Joey Girl says she dropped off 20 pounds of laundry at the defendant's laundromat, and the irresponsible guy lost all of her clothes. Then she made a stink. The defendant threatened her, and she's not the type that takes too kindly to threats, so she called the cops. Bottom line, the inept clothes cleaner owes them $2,848.42, and that's just what they're suing for today. This is the defendant, Jordan Candler. He says some guy came to pick up the plaintiff's laundry 2 days after she dropped it off, and he left with it. 2 hours later, the plaintiff comes in screaming about her laundry and called the cops. The whole thing's obviously a scam. He found out the previous owner banned the plaintiff from the shop, and he feels this was a setup from the beginning because he's the new owner of the laundromat. He's accused of lousy laundering.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Joey Girl Outlaw.
Hi.
Hi. And Jillian Richards. This is your
Daughter.
daughter. Okay. My gosh, you look like sisters. You are suing the laundromat. You've asked us not to name the name of the laundromat, represented here by Jordan Candler. Correct. You're the owner?
Yes.
Okay. For $2,848.42 in damages, clothing that you say that they lost of yours. Okay, first I have to ask you, is this your given name, Joey Girl Outlaw?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? Like you were a baby and they said, let's call her Joey Girl Out, and then your last name was Outlaw? Like you didn't, it's like a stage name. It's just really cool. Do your friends say stuff about it?
Growing up was the worst.
How about her friends?
Oh, they love it. So.
Yeah, I bet. All right, guys, what happened here?
On the 28th of September 2013, I dropped off 20 pounds of laundry. And on the 29th, when my daughter and her boyfriend went to pick it up. She had to go to the supermarket for me, so he picked it up. He called her, and from there, I guess she...
Go ahead.
So like she said, I had to go to the supermarket, and I gave him the ticket and said, can you go pick up the laundry for me, which is around the corner. So he calls me and says that basically the lady that's working there, which is not the lady that we gave our laundry to, is another worker. Our laundry's not there. She can't find it. So I go around the corner, ask her what happened. She calls the person that we gave the laundry to, and she says that it should be there. So I call my mom. I tell her what happened. My mom comes down, and the person that's working there calls the person we gave the laundry to again, and she says, she has a whole another story. She's like, oh, somebody took it.
Oh, first it was it should be there, and then it was somebody took it. Mm-hmm. Well, how did that happen?
By the time I arrived, I guess Jillian and Ashani, her boyfriend, was there perhaps, I would like to say like 20 minutes before I arrived. So by the time I get there now, the laundry, someone came and picked it up.
Now that's the story.
Now
you're
that's
saying,
the story.
because they were looking for it before then.
Exactly. Okay. So now, the lady that was working there, called the owner, which is this gentleman next to me. And
Are you a new owner?
I've owned the
How long have you owned
establishment
it?
for almost 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Okay. So when I go in on Monday, they spoke to him that Sunday, which is the 29th. He said for me to come in at 12:30. I left work and I went there early at 12:30 on time. He wasn't there.
You came
When
at
I-
like
No. I don't know what sports facility you think you're in, but we don't just shout out when we don't like what we hear.
I apologize.
Good.
Okay, so when I get there, he's not at the laundromat. So the lady from the laundromat gives him a call. All right, so I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call the police to make a report. At this point in time, he's threatening me over the phone. I don't take too kind to threats.
What did he say to you over the phone?
He's over the phone telling me, if you call the police, you're not gonna get out of me. Because all over my laundromat, it has signs that says it's at your own risk. I call the police. The police
they
arrived.
don't
He
do
still
anything.
wasn't there. As soon as the police got there, they told me it is a civil matter. However, they had him on the phone when he had said he was going to come in. Now, even the officer was like, he's being a jack. She gave me.
She put that in the
wrote-
official report?
No, she didn't make a report because she said it's a civil matter. However, what she did was write down his license.
So you could sue him.
So that, and she told me to
Tell
go.
me what's going. Do you know what's going on? I mean, or
I just want to say one.
Hold on.
I know exactly what's going on. I'm waiting till you tell me that I can.
just did.
Okay, perfect. Basically, it's true on the 28th. Miss Outlaw came in, dropped off 20 pounds of clothing. So part of what she said next was true, some wasn't.
Can I ask you a question? When they drop it off, is there paperwork back and forth, or?
Yes, there's a ticket. I keep my copy of the ticket. The person that's picking it up is supposed to keep their copy
There's
of the
nowhere
ticket.
for them to. There's no like, my clothes is worth X or something. No.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, what happened was, clothes were dropped off on the 28th. I'm pretty sure it was either 29th or the 30th. Basically, a gentleman came in, said, "My name is Joey." It was an orange bag. It was $19. I don't have my ticket. He knew all the information about the bag.
What's all the information about the bag?
It was $19. It had already been prepaid. He knew it was an orange bag. This gentleman had all the information about the
Wait,
bag.
is there any more information besides it's orange, it's $19, it's prepaid?
And he knew the name on the ticket.
The name on
he
the
was
ticket.
representing himself that this was his bag of laundry. He happened
But
to
the
have
name on
lost
the ticket was a woman's name.
Joey.
Joey
The
Girl.
name is Joey. No,
Joey
no,
Girl.
On the ticket, it says Joey, Your Honor.
On the ticket, it says Joey. So
It says
somebody
Joey.
named Joey. Okay, what proof do you have of what you just said? Who told you this? Because you weren't there, right?
An employee of mine.
Where's that employee to testify to that if that's the defense?
My employee chose not to testify. I was not going to make her testify.
Well, that's fine, but you understand the risk of that, right? Because if your entire defense is hearsay, I need to be able to cross-examine that person and make sure they're not lying.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like I
You
said,
don't, do you have an affidavit from them?
I don't. I'm sorry. I believe, this whole thing from the beginning is a scam. Basically, the
Based
clothing.
on what evidence do you think it's
Based
a
on the
scam?
evidence that I don't understand how a 19-pound bag of clothing can be worth $3,000.
Trust me.
This was,
This is not my first rodeo. I'm going there in a minute.
Okay.
But right now, I got to first start. There's two parts to every lawsuit.
Okay.
One is liability, and the other one is damages.
Sure.
I'm going to talk with them. I'm going to have a thing or two to say to them about damages in a minute. But I first want to talk to you about liability.
So can I finish, Your Honor?
Do you hear me talking?
Yes.
You can finish when I ask you the next question. But it is never a good idea when a judge is in the middle of a sentence and say, "Can I finish?" That's just not good form. You have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. I am in the middle of a sentence. Just wait a second. Okay. So as to the issue of liability, I have to determine whether your store botched it. And then we'll determine what that botch is worth.
Sure.
Okay, let's first talk about liability. Your defense is a guy named Joey picked it up. And you are getting that from an employee who's not here, who I can't cross-examine, who you didn't get an affidavit from. And that's just not going to cut it. Where, by the way, though, when you're, as the owner, investigating what happened, did you talk to the person who greeted them at their attempted pickup?
There was only one employee that was involved in this laundry bag, taking the bag and then happened to have been there when the person came to pick it up. So,
Okay.
like I said,
you say that is not true. Who did the drop-off of the bag?
We both dropped it off on
Where's the
Saturday.
bag? I have a very simple question. Where's the bag? Do you know where the bag is? The answer is some guy named Joey picked it up and it's not our fault.
Yes. No, Your Honor. That's not the answer.
What's the answer?
Welcome back to the People's Court, Harvey. 11 years. So is the defendant responsible for the plaintiff's laundry?
I think he is because he didn't show a ticket to pick up the laundry. So that's part of the policy.
Is a ticket a deal breaker?
No.
Does the laundry place have to ask for the ticket and get the ticket in order to protect itself?
Absolutely, yes. Because otherwise a situation like this might happen.
There you go. There are a lot of Joeys out there.
Exactly.
Right, going inside the courtroom.
The answer is the bag was picked up by a gentleman. I don't know where the gentleman went. I followed him on camera. I can only go so far around the perimeter of my laundry.
Wait, you got a camera?
I have surveillance, yes.
Can I see the picture of the guy who picked it up?
No, I can't.
Why?
I didn't bring it. I didn't think it was going to be significant of the person because it was just a gentleman. Neither of...
What if it's her ex-husband or somebody else or somebody that we can crack this case wide open? The whole case is about who picked up the laundry.
Okay,
but he didn't think it would be germane. Okay. I got it. I find you guys liable. Now, the next question, and I don't care how many signs you put up that says, tell me exactly what the sign says, because I love this part. Give me do you have a picture of the sign?
No, I don't.
What does it say?
I have signs around saying I'm not responsible for loss, damage, do your own risk. Everything that my insurance company told me to put
you
up.
can contract away some negligence, but you can't contract away gross negligence. And losing the client's entire order is gross negligence. So that's not going to save you. Now let's talk about what you're suing for, because I am fascinated. I just want to be one of the girls in your house. Let's see. Cameron Boyfriend True Religion Jeans, $238. Levi Mini Boot, $188. Cassie Super Skinny, $198. Stella Embellished Jeans, $258. Nobody owns a pair of $30 jeans in your house? Every jean has to be $1,000 in jeans on the 4 jeans? Really?
Your Honor, I have my bank statement. Also, as far as the True Religion jeans, I want Jill to answer that because those are her jeans. Go ahead, Jill.
Go, I want to hear it.
I attend Stony Brook University, and I live off campus. So because I live off campus, I receive a refund check of about $1,700.
To do what with?
Whatever.
Live off campus, right?
Yeah, basically.
Who gives you that check?
The school gives me that check.
Okay, so let me see. I just want to make sure I got it right. The state of New York, the taxpayers from the state of New York pay you a $1,700 stipend for you to live off campus to pay your housing. And when you get it, you spend $250 on jeans. Come on, man. Either way, let's assume that it's truthful that there's $1,000 in jeans in there. When did you buy those jeans?
I bought some in the fall and the spring previously.
You understand that there's a factor called depreciation, right?
Mm-hmm.
That a jean you bought a year ago isn't worth the same as a jean that you bought yesterday. You understand that, right? Because you've worn them. So your measure of damages would be the value at the time of the loss. That means if you held a garage sale, what could you sell them for? That's what that means, okay? Now, let's talk about all this other stuff that you're claiming for.
Okay, I have the bank statement here, which has the
And your laundry that day was everything that was new. Everything you just bought. That was your laundry that day. There's not a single thing that you have put on your body, or your daughter put on her body, or anybody else in your house that put on their body that was actually 6 months or a year old. Not a single thing.
Actually, there is. There's our underwears, our bras, our socks, which I'm not suing for, and pajamas.
Every bra you have is a $60 bra.
And I brought a bag full of my, I don't want the public to see it, but full of my underclothes, showing that even my 11-year-old wears pink underwears.
Pink as in the brand pink of Victoria's Secret.
The sister of Victoria's Secret.
So we got we have a higher class of underwear
and I have a bag
household.
full, Your Honor, to show you.
No wrong with that. Let me see. I do want to see the bag, actually.
And that's just remaining what's left of everything that's gone.
You brought me 1, 2, 3, 4 bras and a couple of underwear.
Right. The rest is in the laundry bag.
Okay. The uniforms. Let's talk about that.
I got a letter from my daughter Jade's school, where I order the uniforms from.
Okay.
She goes to St. Athanasius Catholic School. And
okay. So this is actually what you had to pay to replace the uniforms.
That is correct.
Okay. That's $352.76.
That is correct.
Wow. That Catholic education does not come cheap, does it?
No, it does not.
I
And
feel
neither
your
does
pain.
Jillian's rent living off campus.
Say it again?
Neither does her rent living off campus.
Well,
I
then
pay
maybe
for
she
her
shouldn't
rent.
be spending that $1,700 on jeans. I'm serious.
These are the things she does. She's 20. She's gonna be 21 years old, and she takes her money and she does that. This girl comes home with tattoos also.
Oh God!
I don't condole it. I don't say take that money and do that.
Yes, but
Especially
no,
about
but
the
I
tattoo.
do help out with the family and stuff. So it's
Your
not,
stipend isn't for jeans. I don't know how to make myself any clearer. I don't want to pay for your jeans. I don't. They don't. You guys want to pay for our $238 jeans? Do any of you have $238 jeans on your heinies right now as you sit in this courtroom? Okay. End of discussion.
Thank you.
You're welcome. These cases are always difficult because I don't know what was in that bag. I'm not going to assume it was all rags, and I'm not going to assume it was all $238 jeans. And I have to depreciate. Okay. Was there ever an offer in this case? Just out of curiosity, did anybody ever try to negotiate this, or it was nasty from the beginning?
It was nasty from the beginning when I called him and he said that. He said, how much do you even think you're going to get from me?
Okay, well...
I never said that.
All right. Did you ever tell her if you call the police you won't get excrement? Because it kind of, I got to tell you, I've known you now for like 20 minutes. It kind of sounds like your style.
Okay, it's not.
No?
No.
Mm-hmm. Can I say something,
Yeah.
Your Honor? When I went back in on Tuesday, taking yet another day off, he tells me, I gave the tape to the police. The precinct is right up the block.
Did you give the tape to the police?
I didn't give the tape to the police, nor did I tell her that I gave the tape to the police.
He said, I gave the tape to the police.
Did you ever offer for her to see the tape?
No.
Ma'am, can I finish?
This is ridiculous. She's like making things up now.
If you don't let her see the tape and you don't let me see the tape, what's the point of the tape? I know.
For me to
the
see.
answer is there's nobody taking
There's
your
nobody
laundry. They
taking
lost
the
your laundry.
I can bet his employee, Esperanza, is wearing my Victoria's Secret all up and down her house right now.
I have no idea if that's accurate or not accurate, okay? Wait, there was one thing I wanted to ask you that you said in your answer to the complaint. You said that she had been banned by the previous owner?
Again, this is not, I don't have detailed information on this.
Who told you that she had been banned by somebody told you that?
Yes, oh yeah. I don't remember specifics.
Were you banned by the previous owner?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. I stopped going because I was getting laundry that didn't pertain to me.
Okay,
and
maybe
so
that's what they meant.
I just went to the one that's right next door.
She's the only one that has a problem.
And if I...
What are you suggesting? That if you do
I'm suggesting that this entire thing was a setup to begin with. That's what I'm suggesting. That's what I told...
And if you had the slightest bit of evidence to support what you were saying, I could fly with it.
Okay.
If you have a video of somebody picking up her bag and you don't think that's important to bring to Judge Milian, you clearly don't watch the People's Court. Because if you had, you would know that I was not going to let you slide on that.
Okay.
That I cannot have a litigant come into court and say, I swear someone else picked her laundry. I've got a video of it. Oh, but I didn't bring it. I swear somebody else picked her laundry. I got a witness who can testify to it, but I didn't bring her. Seriously?
I'm serious.
My verdict is for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000.
Judge Milian rules that the defendant is at fault, and so your feeling on that?
I'm fine with the decision. The $3,000 that I was originally being sued for was ridiculous. I can take a loss. I can't win everything.
So you're responsible, right? You admit responsibility. It was just the amount. You think you were being sued for too much. That's all?
I think it was a scam to begin with. I'll take responsibility. That's all I have to say.
What's the point of coming into court and testifying that I didn't bring my evidence? What kind of testimony is that?
The outcome of this case isn't really a big concern of mine, to be honest with you.
Sir?
Thank you.
Satisfied how this comes out?
I don't think we should have got just $1,000, but if anything, I'm actually happy that either way he lost because he's a jack. And that's about it. That's all I have to say. I'm happy. Other than just the fact that I won, I'm happy.
Harvey?
You know, a lot of people wonder about these liability limitations in these contracts. The fact is, unless there's gross negligence, really extreme, these liability limitations are enforceable. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for this day.
This is the plaintiff, Jediah Vera. She says she went to the defendant for a hair wash and set, and the woman used something on her head and ruined her hair. Her hair became brittle, started breaking off, and she's had to cut off all of her very long hair to start over again so it can grow in naturally. She's suing for $5,000 for the cost of growing her hair back to its original condition. This is the defendant, Juana Frias. She says the plaintiff had just taken her hair out of a weave when she came in for a wash and blowout. The plaintiff's hair was already heavily damaged. She did nothing unusual nor used any strange product on her hair, and she left a happy camper. 2 weeks later, she claims her hair was breaking off, and somehow that's her fault? She doesn't think so, and feels the judge will agree. She's accused of a hairy scare.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says she almost went bald thanks to the defendant washing her hair with something that was really gnarly. But the defendant says the plaintiff's hair was damaged when she came in. It's the case of wigging out.
Thank you, sir. Jediah Vera, you are suing Juana Frias for $5,000, the cost that you say it's going to be throughout the many next several years to get your hair to its natural, original state. Because according to you, when she washed, dried, and flat ironed your hair, she ruined it for the foreseeable future. Okay, what's going on? Tell me about it.
Okay, so on October 12th, I went to her because my friend Simi told me that she does good with natural hair and she specializes in it. So when I went there, she showed me pictures of, everything the work she's done. So I was comfortable with her doing my hair. She gave me a conditioner, she treated it, she washed it, blow dried it. It was nice when I left it. I loved it, absolutely loved my hair. A week later, because I wash my hair on a weekly basis, I washed it and it didn't go back to its natural state. So I texted her and I said, what did you do to my hair because it's not going back to its natural state? She said, nothing, you saw what I did. I said, so I sent her a picture of the before and after, how my hair looked. She was like, oh, it's just heat damage. You need to twist it or braid it. And I'm like, but it's just heat damage. Like, I came to you and my hair was totally in a different natural state, and now it's completely different. And I have pictures of that, which shows that.
Did you put any chemicals in her hair?
No.
What'd you do?
I just wash it, blow it out, and fly iron it. That's it.
You wash it, you blow it out, and you did what?
Fly iron it. I put heat protection. I put heat for the fly iron and everything.
This is also the picture of before I got my hair cut.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of pictures with your hair in a lot of different states.
Okay, so
first of all, do you have a wig on today?
No,
That's your hair.
I cut my hair. I had to cut it.
Great.
Thank you.
This is like a really good move on your part because not that many people can have their hair that short and look as good as you look.
Thank you.
I mean, you got it going on.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Seriously.
Thanks.
All right. So what are these pictures? This is how your hair looked after she did it?
No, someone else did that.
Okay.
And
on
then,
some other time.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it shows you how big my afro was.
What is this picture of?
That's after she did my hair. Compared to how you see how it's so straight. My hair stayed bone straight for a week when it was.
But you wash your hair once a week.
I wash it once a week.
Are you saying that after a week it still didn't go natural?
It still didn't. Yeah.
Okay. So you washed it, and then it.
That's how it looked.
So this is the comparison picture, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Comparison to my afro.
And then, what's this a picture of?
That's all the hair that fell out.
Okay. Oh, you brought it for me. That was so helpful. All right. Were you doing a lot of different things to your hair before you went to her?
No, I would weave it, and I would keep it in.
What's this a picture? That's a picture in her chair?
That's after a lot of it fell out, and I had to cut it because I couldn't wear it like that. It was definitely different.
What did you use on her hair?
I got everything here.
Okay, so tell me about it. Pull it out and tell me about it.
I wash it with this.
Which is?
This is Nourishing shampoo and conditioner from Dominican products.
Okay.
I put this. This is Salern. This is Salena keratin shot. And this is heat protection.
Okay.
For the fly iron.
Do you know what products she used on your hair? Like, you remember them, or you don't really know?
I remember she told me she had this. My friend was like, she has this magic stuff that'll keep your hair from going back frizzy. I didn't think that. When she sprayed, she said she didn't have a lot of it left. It was so expensive.
The keratin stuff, and it keeps your hair from going back frizzy.
She didn't say anything about keratin.
Do you know what keratin is?
She told me, she explained to me what keratin was because somebody came in after me to get it. And when she showed me that, I didn't want it because the girl's hair looked completely damaged. So I said I would never want that. And keratin, she told me, is about $200, $200 to $300. All I paid for.
Well, there's a keratin treatment, and then there's just products with keratin in it.
With keratin.
She didn't say that she was using that on
I
me.
may have to keep this evidence. Dominican Magic. Hair serum, anti-frizz protector. Had she talked to you about how she wanted her hair to go back to totally natural? As she?
I told her gonna go back natural again.
Okay. Were you surprised when she complained to you? When you got her text?
Yes.
And you told her, come on in and let's see it. Did you ever come on in and let's see it or no?
So if the hair started falling out immediately, is that enough proof for the plaintiff to win that the defendant must have put something in her hair?
I don't think so. Her hair could have been falling out before she came to the salon, and this could just be something just to set up the salon to get compensation.
That's weird. So if it just falls out, tough luck?
Well, there's not enough information, man. You don't know that if she was losing it before or not. So.
But so if she just starts losing clearly a lot of hair right then, enough proof?
No. You can't tell. She has no proof. Well, she has. No.
I did not think you guys did not look this cold-hearted when you came here. I don't know, going inside the courtroom.
I didn't want her touching my hair again because when I sent her the picture, she wasn't sorry about anything. She said, it's heat damage, you just need to braid it or twist it up. And I'm like, I came to you, I paid you for a service, and now you're telling me my hair is damaged.
Okay, but yeah, it's fair. If you don't want her to touch your hair again, you
That's
don't want
why
her to touch your
I
hair
went to
again.
someone
I understand
else.
that. But Ms. Vera, you haven't made out a case to collect $5,000 in damages from what you're telling me.
Well, my hair, I have the receipts. My haircut cost me $95. It cost me $50 to get it done weekly. It's hard to manage short hair.
I understand everything you're saying, but it becomes very, very difficult to look at the products that she used and say there's something about this that ruined your hair.
But there's clearly pictures that says that my hair is completely different. And you can see that. You can see how much hair fell out. And I had to cut my hair off. It had to be cut. And that's what I'm suing.
Do you have the testimony or an affidavit or something from some hair expert that says that what they saw in your hair was damage from a chemical as opposed to, heat stress on the hair from lots of different hairdos and lots of different...
But I haven't had lots of different hairdos.
I don't know. And the pictures you gave me alone, you have like 5 of them, yeah.
When she went over there, she have weave, and the hair is weak when that happens. So when I comb her hair through, I show her the hair come out. I said, listen, you have to treat it. And that's what I did. That day, that was Saturday, I think she went to a party. What happened when your hair is natural and you sweat it out? It's gonna get puffy. I know she gotta go to work.
She's not upset that it's puffy. She's upset that when she washed it, it didn't go back to the way she...
That's what I said. I don't know if she...
But what is that? Is that because of the keratin product or not really? Because it's just a conditioner with keratin.
It's a conditioner.
It's not like real keratin.
No.
Right.
Just,
I got it.
Okay.
I'm good. Based on what I'm listening to, I cannot rule that Ms. Frias has to pay you $5,000. I just can't. My verdict in this case is for the defendant. Good luck.
Well, no $5,000 award, and actually nothing here for the plaintiff, whose hair looks very good. What are you going to do?
There's nothing I can do. I just have to come out my pocket and pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Why are you so sure it was something the defendant did that caused this?
I didn't know she had keratin in the products. You don't use that on natural hair, so I didn't know. But I learned my lesson.
So you're going to leave it short?
No, I would like to grow it back out. I like my natural hair.
Even though you're getting all these compliments?
Compliments don't mean nothing. Is what I want at the end of the day.
Okay. All right, right around the corner this way. All right, come on in here. Okay, you're exonerated. Is this your reputation on the line here?
Yes, it's my reputation. And I feel very pleased.
Well, she just said you don't use keratin on natural hair.
Yeah, we do use keratin in natural hair, but she don't need it. Her hair is nice.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think of this?
You don't need that.
Okay. Harvey?
So the problem here is that the plaintiff did so much stuff with her hair prior to coming to the defendant's salon that there's no proof that the defendant's the one that did the deed. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Finish training for the day? Time to fight post-workout fatigue with Core Power Protein Shakes. They're packed with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle and electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to help your body replenish, rebuild, and repair post-workout so you can power on to the next one. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Visit corepower.com to learn more.
This is the plaintiff, Frank Macedonio. He says the defendant backed her big old SUV into his car with such force, her vehicle landed on top of his small Hyundai. The careless defendant never even looked behind her as she backed her monstrosity up. Thank God there wasn't a person there. The tiny woman was shocked when she saw what she did, but still hasn't paid him for his damages, so he's suing her for the $2,770.51 he's owed. This is the defendant, Guthrie. She says the story the plaintiff tells is totally false because while she was waiting for a parking spot, the plaintiff drove his car into the back of her SUV. Even the cops who arrived on the scene agreed with her version of the events. She has damages as well, and if anyone's owed money, it's she. She's accused of not looking in the rear. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,139.64 for vehicle repairs and lost wages.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. Talk about a bad accident. Plaintiff says the defendant backed her SUV into his Hyundai so fiercely it landed on top of his whip. But the defendant says the plaintiff hit her. It's the case of who's on top.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Frank Macedonio, you are suing Guthrie? Okay, you've asked just to not mention your last name and just to go by Guthrie, okay? For $2,770.51, the estimate to repair some damages to your vehicle. You are counterclaiming against him lost wages and the estimate for your vehicle, which totals $1,139.64. Okay, Mr. Macedonio, tell me what happened.
All right, Your Honor, I was taking my girlfriend to the library.
What I'd like you to do, can you help me out by explaining it here on this?
Right, no problem. Okay. All right, we'll pick out the caddy. It's a nice car. All right. I'm about here. This is the library. Okay. You know, I wanted to do the right thing. You know, park. I didn't want to park, but I wanted to let her out so she could go to the library.
What's the right? How?
Well, not you know.
Where's the moral dilemma on that one? That you want to do the right thing? What do you mean?
I would usually go to the parking lot and just she would walk, but this time I decided she's going to get out. I wasn't parking.
Okay.
The problem was, this is the library entrance in here, and there's a hallway. Now, there were people, she was right here.
She who?
The defendant.
Okay, take a car and put her
car was right here. She's trying to get into a spot over here.
Okay.
Okay? As soon as I turned my head to look to move, she just backed into me.
Okay. Now, there's no pick up and drop off spot in front of the library.
It's just, there's no sign. The sign is further up. It says no standing. There is a sign, yes.
Okay.
So she came out and she didn't say a word. She was like stunned. And I said, you hit my car. You're just, she has a big SUV, tremendous. I got a little Hyundai wagon. It's low to the ground, So she ran right on top of me.
Okay.
Now, if she says that I hit her, if I'm at the curb here, I'm going to be pulling out. I'm going to be pulling out at a spot. And so her damage is to the right. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I would hit her on the left.
Sure, let me tell you.
She has no damage.
I'm not suggesting this happened, but let me tell you the many ways that this could make sense because everybody thinks you're an accident reconstructionist.
No.
Okay, so she's here, she's going to go into a parking space, and you come out and you hit her. But you're saying that's not what happened.
No.
What you're saying happened is she's here, she's waiting to take a parking space. You're here standing in an area that says no standing, and then she decides, I guess, in order to angle her way into the parking space, that she's going to back up, and she hits your car, and the impact is where and where?
Right rear. Her right rear.
And your
left fender.
Front?
Wood. Right here. I have the picture in my camera.
Yeah.
I could show you.
I would like to see it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Here's the photo.
Okay.
You see, it's the right side. That's my left side.
I'll let her ask the questions.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to print out, but I have additional.
Is it? Hold on. Is this the actual contact between the cars?
Yes, it is.
Man, she is completely in front of you, and you are completely. You're like this.
Yeah,
not like that.
I'm on the side, Your Honor, on the sidewalk. But you can see it's impossible for me to back up and hit her.
Just a second. From this picture, it looks like the damage is like that, with both cars facing the exact same direction. There's no tilt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes. So how could I hit?
And actually, everybody's really close to the curb.
Me?
I don't know. Maybe you hit her from behind. I have no idea. What is she going to say? Let's hear you,
No,
ma'am.
but what about the photos here?
Yeah, hand them up. What have you got to say?
My voice is having a problem. I had a throat surgery, so.
Oh, goodness.
My voice is going. That's why my husband is going to try to see if he can get to talk to me.
Okay, I would prefer to hear your story since he wasn't there, right?
Okay, yes.
Okay, but we'll just go really slowly, and everybody else has to be really quiet.
On that evening, July 19th, I was taking my son to the library to pick up a book. As I was driving it.
Come on over here. Yeah, try as
remove his car from now. I normally you drive into the parking lot. The traffic is going out. I will be coming in. Put my signal on to turn in to get to the slot. As I turned in waiting for the upcoming traffic to clear, that's when I felt my impact.
So show me the impact. How did he hit your car?
This is me, like this.
So according to you, he hit you from behind?
Yeah. I have pictures here in my...
Let me see your pictures.
I had my signal on, too, at the same time.
Thank you.
Now, was your son in your car? But your son's not here to testify.
He's in school.
Okay, he's how old?
14, he's a minor.
Your girlfriend was in your car or just had gotten out of your car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she see the accident?
She saw the accident, but...
So why isn't she here?
She had a procedure and she was in the hospital. I couldn't ask her to come, Your Honor.
Here we go. Boy, one of you guys is a bold-faced liar, because if you're saying she backed into you and you weren't moving, that's what you're saying.
I wasn't moving.
You weren't moving and she backed into you.
Yes.
And you're saying he crashed into me and I wasn't moving. You guys know how it happened. One of you is a bold-faced liar.
Do drivers become inherently aggressive when they find an open parking spot?
Yes, we do, because, I mean, it's stressful enough to try to, we have time on our schedule, we need to just get a spot and get out.
I love that you are speaking now for all drivers. I'm going to go in the back here.
Yes, I do that. When
You do that, you can
do that. I'm going to be...
a bee on wheels.
I'm going to be on wheels, yes. I constantly do that. I think everybody does that at one point.
No, I think you're an especially bad person.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. I was just kidding you. Okay, I'm going inside the courtroom.
Is there a police report?
Yes.
May I see the police report?
You want both sides, John, or just one?
Oh, both. Just make sure it's the same police report.
You got it.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are you both insured?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And did anything happen with the insurance companies? How'd that work out?
They just said to me, they said they were going to come and look at my vehicle, that I was in the right because she was backing up to get, and a month went by, they never came, and so I decided to...
Did you ever get a letter or nothing?
Yeah, I have these 2 letters.
Let me see the letters here.
Sure. They were going to come to my complex and look at the vehicle, and then I got this other letter stating they weren't going to do anything.
The operator of our insured vehicle states that she was stopped at a stop sign when her vehicle was hit in the rear by your vehicle.
No,
you weren't
that's
stopped
not
at a
true.
stop sign, right?
No. I stopped to let the lady out.
I don't need to hear you both repeat yourselves. I'm asking, did you tell your insurance company that you were stopped at a stop sign?
No.
Because that's what your insurance company is telling him you said. He's really close to the curb.
Yes, Your Honor. She was right in the middle of the road, Your Honor.
You comment in your answer to the complaint that he was not supposed to be standing in a no-standing zone, right?
Say that again.
Let me see how you say it so that I'm not putting words in your mouth. Hold on. I got out of the car and he said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "What's wrong with you?" The plaintiff was dropping off his girlfriend and was probably not paying attention to the sign that said no parking or standing at any time. But if you're saying that he drove into you, it wouldn't be relevant that there was a sign that said no parking or standing at any time.
No, well, I said that in comment when the insurance people, they were talking to me. I turned to him and said, look where you
Was he standing
stopped.
or wasn't he? Because if he was standing, you probably backed into him. And you comment that he was in a no standing zone.
Yes.
There's a couple things that bother me. He's so close to the curb that the idea that he's moving really close to the curb and hits you is more far-fetched than the idea that you're backing in and you don't realize he's there because he's not supposed to be there.
I was not backing. I had my signal on, waiting for the opposite traffic to clear.
You know what I think? I think he's standing in a no-standing zone where he's not supposed to be. And I think you don't expect him to be there. And I think you backed into him. If you didn't back into him, why are you commenting about how he's not supposed to be standing there? He was in a no-standing zone. Why are you commenting about that unless you're remarking to me he was standing as opposed to he hit you?
No, the reason I used that comment, Your Honor, is that when I came out of the vehicle, I saw the sign. I said, look where you are to begin with. That's how the comment came across.
What year car is this? A 2000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hyundai? I mean, the Blue Book value in good condition is $1,700. You're asking for $1,000 more than that to repair it. You know that would never happen. I mean, you're capped at the total loss. You know what the concept of total loss means, right? Like if I have this and it's worth $5, I can't pay $800 to fix it because it's worth $5, right? That's the value of it. So the most that you can get is the value of the car. The Blue Book value for your car in good condition is $1,700. So you would never get $2,700. And then from the $1,700, I have to figure out if I think it happened the way you're saying it happened, and you're in a no-standing zone, I find there to be some culpability on your part because you're in a place where she didn't expect you to be. Yes, you should look and see what she's doing. She should not assume. Do you have one of those cameras in your car that...
I also have a sensor.
Or we have a saying in Spanish, golpe avisa. The bump will warn you when you've gone too far. But I do think that in a situation like the way I think it happened, there's still culpability on the part of the person who is in a place where he's not supposed to be. So there is some culpability on your part. I don't think as much as the culpability of somebody backing into you, but I find you to be 25% at fault. I find her to be 75% at fault, which means that I find a judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,276.50. That's my judgment on your counterclaim against him because I've told you how I think that accident happened based on the pictures that I'm looking at in the evidence. 0. That's
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Well, here comes the 75%. The defendant, 75% responsible. Acceptable?
I don't think that's fair because where I was, it was a legal stop, legal waiting, everything. The police came and looked at the evidence and look where he stopped and said that he was wrong. That's a report my insurance company worked on. So
when you're sitting in that big SUV, isn't it a little difficult to see behind you?
No, I have a backup sensor. I would have known. Once you go into backup, you will get that sensor goes on.
All right. Tea and lemon with a little honey.
Thank you.
Right down this way.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, how you doing? All right, come on out here. Mr. 25%, okay? You good with that?
Yes, I'm good with that.
You accept 25% responsibility?
Yes, I do. You know, it's fair. I think the judge did the right thing. You know?
She says that, that backup beeper thing should have sensed your car. What kind of a tiny, tiny little car are you in there?
A Hyundai station wagon. Yeah. It's very low to the ground.
Fit right underneath these SUVs?
Yeah, it goes right underneath, exactly, yeah. And the photo shows that, you know.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's see what Harvey says.
You know, a lot of times insurance companies make judgments on what happened in an accident, and then they write it up and they say we're either going to deny a claim or accept a claim or whatever, and then you go to court. Fact is, a judge is not bound by what the insurance company says.